You're inside the Mouse Castle with Tim and Anthony. Visit us at themousecastle.com. Follow the Mouse Castle on Facebook and Inside the MC on Twitter. Inside the Mouse Castle is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. Soon, you'll understand why. Here's Tim and Anthony.
Welcome inside the Mouse Castle. I'm Tim Calloway.
And I'm Anthony Reynolds. It is December 7th, 1941.
That was an awful movie by Steven Spielberg. It really was, 1941.
Seriously? I did try to make a joke. My mind seriously went December 7th, 1941. It is December 7th, 2015.
Do you want to start over? Or do you let
it run? Let it run.
Okay, we're letting it run. And we apologize to everyone for that. We are your weekly dose of Disney news, information, and commentary, and I'm afraid to ask you what's coming up today.
Who's going to play Han Solo in the Star Wars spin-off film?
Everybody, clap your hands. Inside Out and The Good Dinosaur lead the Annie nominations, and there's a new dating site for Disney fans. That's all coming up next inside the Mouse Castle. You know, we are less than 2 weeks away from Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Yeah, it's coming, man. 11 days?
It is, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, math. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's 11 days, but it's really 10 days because people get to see it on the 17th, not the 18th.
Yeah, unless you go to the premiere.
Yeah, unless you go to the premiere. But now we know the premiere is going to be somewhere in Los Angeles / Hollywood / Tinseltown.
Tinseltown, that's what all the insiders call it.
Yeah.
Like Swifty LaRue, he's my new Hollywood agent.
However, as of the time that you and I are conversing right now, nobody outside perhaps those who have already gotten invitations knows where it's going to be screened.
I know where it's going to be screened because it's right here on my invitation. How pissed would you be if I had one?
You bastard. I
didn't tell you.
I would hurt you. I really would. So it's this top secret thing, like so many things associated with Star Wars. We have no idea where the premiere is going to be held.
It's so weird that something that big can be that secret.
Yeah. So is like the theater that are they going to do it like a J.J. Abrams house? I mean, are they going to do it in a conventional theater, or is it going to be in some, obscure location where, they've set up like a big screen or something like that?
It's going to be at City Walk.
It could be. Maybe they should have done it at the Tomorrowland Theater at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd
be great.
Okay. Yeah.
Have the whole left-hand upper corner cut off.
Exactly. I don't know, but I just, just the secretiveness of this is just continues to be amazing and impressive. And the fact that they've kept it a secret, and they've kept so many things about the movie a secret, and we're like lemmings. We can't get enough of this. We really can't.
And Walt Disney shoved us off a cliff. It said that we do in our natural habitat.
That was it. That's how it really goes. Did you see George Lucas saw Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and according to Kathleen Kennedy, because they currently have George Lucas tied up with a gag in his mouth and he's stuffed in a closet somewhere at Lucasfilm, according to Kathleen Kennedy, he liked it.
Hey, Mikey, I think he likes it.
Yeah, because he's been kind of a grouch the last few weeks.
He's been a whiny little bitch, I think is the term you were looking for.
Okay, this is true. Talking about, the whole making of Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and it's kind of a divorce, so he's not talking about it and is not driving by the studio to visit his ex or anything like that. I mean, it's really sad, some of the things George
left
said.
A flaming bag of shit outside J.J. Abrams' house.
As slowly driving by, kind of spying on him and seeing what he's doing.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams opened up his door and was like, who left a copy of episode 1 here?
Actually, it was the original script for episode 7 that George had done.
Yuck. No, thank you.
No.
Hashtag, no thanks.
Hashtag, no thank you. But, tons of excitement about that. And The other excitement for Star Wars films, of which there are many, is who's going to play Han Solo or young Han Solo when they do a Star Wars spinoff. And I borrowed this term from The Hollywood Reporter. They're calling it a Star Wars spinoff, whatever the Han Solo origin story is going to be.
Why don't you get like what they do with Indiana Jones, River Phoenix? Oh.
Too soon.
Oof.
Too soon. But apparently 2,500 actors are going to be considered for the role of Han Solo. And the movie isn't even scheduled to begin filming until 2017. It's going to come out in 2018. So there's still plenty of time. Basically, what it boils down to is any actor
who's not going to overdose by then
between the age, any actor between the age of 23 and say 30 could possibly be cast as Han Solo.
I hope it's Seth Rogen.
That would be good.
I'd see that.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Now, Harrison Ford was like 35 when he shot Star Wars. So just
so it's got to be younger than
that.
that.
Of reference that. But I'm just looking down the list here. And it's like the ages you see a lot of like 23 to 27, but you also see a few actors, 28, 29, 30. But I mean, some of the names that are being tossed out there. And basically, I find it amusing that they even bothered to make a list of, yes, these are the actors that are being considered. Well, no, it's just any actor between this age and this age is being considered. I mean, Draco Malfoy is being considered. Tom Felton.
Why not Rupert Grint?
Yeah, him too. Why not? Whatever. But Dave Franco, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Miles Teller.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor Thomas? Is that what you said?
Yeah. He's a little past his prime too. And I'm taking these names from Hollywood Reporter. But really, who should play young Han Solo? Should they do? I mean, I think maybe what they should do is they should do what they did with Jeff Bridges in Tron Legacy, and just do a CG Harrison Ford.
Oh, I was going to say I had to have a CG Jeff Bridges,
or a CG Jeff Bridges. You could do that.
That'd be cool. No, I don't know who would be good for this. I really don't.
I don't. You and I were talking about this before we started recording, and I kind of liked your idea. Is please pick someone that we don't know, someone we're not familiar with.
It.
Yeah.
It's like when I see a menu in front of me, I'm not going to be able to choose what I want. So just surprise me with something off the menu and I'll be fine with it.
As long as, he's got that witty devil-may-care attitude and can do action films. I don't know.
Shia LaBeouf.
No. Oh, hell no.
Oh, but I would love to watch him watching him play the Han Solo role.
Yes, and watch his head nod to one side and then the other.
It'd be all right.
One reassuring thing as kind of an aside, that Steven Spielberg kind of made a point of saying that no one other than Harrison Ford will play Indiana Jones for the foreseeable future, assuming there is a fifth Indiana Jones movie.
Sounds like there's going to be.
I know. They keep dropping these little teases.
I just don't know what they're going to do with it. Because... are they going to keep Shia?
No. I think.
How are they going to drop him?
I think he's burned that bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just from all indications, if there is another Indiana Jones movie, and with Disney owning the franchise, that's going to happen eventually. As long as Harrison Ford is alive, it's going to be Harrison Ford if Steven Spielberg gets his way.
That'd be neat.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
That'd be okay. As long as there's, no nuke the fridge moment, I'm good with that.
Yeah, that was pretty awful.
Yep. If someone other than Harrison Ford plays Indiana Jones, the terrorists win.
Pretty much. He should be fighting terrorists this next go around. I'd watch that.
I think so. Yeah, I'd watch the hell out of that.
Indiana Jones versus ISIS.
He could wrap that up in a weekend, I'm thinking.
Probably, and do it by accident.
Exactly.
That'd be a nice addition to the stunt show.
Indiana Jones takes on the Nazis and ISIS.
That'd be cool.
That would be.
But they're tearing that down, aren't they? That stunt show at Hollywood Studios?
Yeah, it's gone because it's going to be Star Wars something,
Oh.
which
Is it closed now?
I don't know.
I don't think it is yet. Tell you what's open.
What's open?
Their launch bay is open there at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah. Why did they get such a late start? You know, we've been going apeshit over the Star Wars stuff, Season of the Force at Disneyland. What took Walt Disney World so long?
There was nobody at the park.
That was it. Yeah.
Like, it's been open for like a month, but nobody noticed.
Yeah. A lot of press obviously picked up on the Star Wars launch at Disney Hollywood Studios, or Disney's Hollywood Studios, which I always say wrong. But I think it was the Motley Fool, which is a finance site, said actually referred to it as Walt Disney World's least popular theme park.
Well, it really kind of is. I've always liked it. I have a soft spot for it, but
I like it. And again, another nice half-day park. It's got Tower of Terror, and it's got Rock and Roller Coaster, and it's got the great movie ride. So that right there makes it worth visiting.
that's it, though.
That's all they have now.
Well, Star Tours.
And Star Tours, and now they've got their own Star Wars launch bay, and it's in the old animation building, which has been closed all during the summer. And, you know, just like at Disneyland, they've got the adventure continues on Star Tours. They've got the Jedi training, the Trials of the Temple, which is, you know, the new, you know, Jedi training thing for kids. And then the Star Wars Path of the Jedi, which is just a clip show, your highlights of past Star Wars movies.
Yay, for clips.
Yeah. Do you think, I don't know, I wasn't really noticing the buzz as much, but were people as excited about Star Wars attractions at Disney's Hollywood Studios? Were they as excited about that as we were about having it at Disneyland? Because it just didn't feel, the excitement just wasn't there. The energy just wasn't there for me.
Well, it's a different energy in that park in general. It's a whole different vibe. I really don't have my ear to the ground on that whole thing because I'm not a pass holder over in Florida, but I think there's more of a pass holder mentality in California.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more people really that go in and out there follow it, where I think you have less of that in Florida. So I don't know. I think a lot of Florida's excitement is just people going there and realizing that it's open now.
Yeah.
And not knowing they were planning it.
And off they go.
Yeah, like, oh, cool. That's a neat thing that's open now.
And they, of course, they don't have Hyperspace Mountain either. Haha. That's one thing that Disneyland has. Haha.
No, they have a really crappy Space Mountain, I think.
They have the dual tracks, which are awesome, but that Space Mountain is in such a need of a really major overhaul refurb.
They need to close it down for like a year plus and get some music trains in there.
And really do it like they did at Disneyland, where they closed it a year to, you know, get it back in shape, because the tracks are terrific, but the effects and just kind of the staging and the loading area and the fact that there's no souvenir photo that you can do. I mean, there are things that we kind of take for granted at Disneyland that they don't have at Walt Disney World.
And they got the lap seating trains there too, like the Matterhorn has, instead of the nice, comfortable side-by-side trains.
Okay, fix that. It's got nothing to do with Star Wars, but fix it.
Fix it, guys. Come
Disney
on.
World. Dagnabbit.
Other Star Wars news. Star Wars Rebels has been renewed for season 3, which, nothing against that show. I didn't even know they had a season 2.
They did have a season 2.
And probably talked
really,
about it on the
I mean,
show,
it is quite good. If you have not seen the show, but it is really well done, and it's a series that I've kind of warmed up to.
Aww.
There's a good arc to the characters, and you see some good character development. And if you liked the Clone Wars series, this is very true to that. In fact, they brought back some of the Clone Wars characters for season 2. And I thoroughly enjoy it. And yeah, it's kind of skewed towards kids. But once you get past that, it's really very entertaining, and the animation's done pretty well. And I'm glad it's coming back for season 3.
I just need to slot that in my schedule. I just don't have time for it.
Yeah,
such childish things, Timothy.
It's a binge watch. It definitely is a binge watch, and you can go on Disney XD or watch DisneyXD.com, and you can catch most of the episodes.
I still need to catch up on Gravity Falls.
Ooh, I know. It's got that. We talked about that. Was it last week or the week before? Where it's got. I guess it's going to have one more like big episode to close it out, and then it's done.
That's sad.
That is sad. It's a great
Sad
show.
day for America.
That is such a great show. Good news for fans of Inside Out and the Good
the Ricky
Dinosaur.
Martin story.
Stop it. You just won't let that one go.
No.
will you? The Annie Awards, which is how the animation industry honors its own through ASIFA Hollywood, they announced the nominees for the upcoming Annie Awards, and the awards themselves are coming out in February, I believe. But among the nominations, Inside Out and The Good Dinosaur dominated. And Inside Out got 14 nominations. The Good Dinosaur got 10 nominations, including Best Animated Feature.
It will lose.
I'm pretty sure Inside Out's going to win that. But you know one that I'm really, really curious about? And this is a non-Disney film, but it's a stop-motion animation film, and it's called Anomalisa. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's a Charlie Kaufman movie. So the guy who did Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and what was the
one?
the one with Nicolas Cage where he plays twins?
National Treasure.
No, look it up.
National Treasure 2. What is happening in this one?
He's a screenwriter, but he also plays his twin.
Okay, hold on. Okay, Google.
Yes, and I can't think of the name of it.
Adaptation.
That's
okay,
it.
yeah, I need more Nicolas Cage movies in my life.
Yeah, see? So right there. But anyway, that is a movie that I'm really, really interested in seeing. It's got some really good early buzz. It doesn't go into the just released sufficiently before the end of the year to qualify for the Oscars and award season, but I think it doesn't go into a wide release. Most people won't be able to see it till after the first of the year. But that one looks really, really interesting. And I think it's actually going to become kind of a battle as we get into award season between Inside Out and Anomalisa. Inside Out won the New York Critics Circle Awards that were announced last week. It won Best Animated Feature. And Anomalisa, though, won the LA Critics. And that was just announced, I think, just yesterday.
It's going to be Pixar. No matter who deserves it, it's going to be Pixar.
And that's a complaint that I know a lot of people within the animation industry say, that just because a lot of people who vote for awards, those within the Hollywood community, it's very easy just to check off Pixar animation just because it's mass produced, or to check off Disney just because that's what they're known for.
No, that's the one people see, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're bad movies. I mean, Inside Out, aside from being one of the best animated films of the year, it's one of the best films, period, of the year. So, it's very much deserved. But I mean, I still haven't gotten over beating out The Wind Rises a couple of years ago. That still upsets me. But there was
animation's still a popularity contest.
Oh, it very much is. Well, I mean, all the Hollywood awards are, but anyway, that said, I digress. Inside Out got 14 nominations. The Good Dinosaur got 10 nominations, which is all well and good because the Good Dinosaur isn't really doing that well at the box office, is it?
No, it dropped hardcore. It dropped 60% in its second weekend.
Which is dramatic for any movie. I mean, you always see a drop off in week 2, but 60% is like driving the car off the cliff.
It actually dropped more than Cars 2 did by 0.1%.
Isn't that nice to know that you underperformed Cars 2?
Well, when you have to remake your entire movie, that tends to happen.
And it's not that The Good Dinosaur is a bad movie. It's not. It's an entertaining movie. It's not a great Pixar movie, and certainly coming on the heels of Inside Out, I think maybe expectations were probably higher for this film by the general public than should have been. I think it's a good movie. I think it's an entertaining movie. I think being released Thanksgiving weekend probably didn't help it much because that's traditionally not a huge opening weekend for films. And now with, it really needed to have a good second week performance to do well because, in another 2 weeks, Star Wars comes around and crushes everybody. And any movie that has been released in December will be forgotten.
I'm really excited for Alvin and the Chipmunks 4.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to see.
No, yeah, actually, you know what movie I'm really excited to see, and that's coming out right around Christmas? The Hateful Eight. Tarantino's new
Oh, that
film.
looks cool.
Oh,
Are you going to find a 70 millimeter?
God. Oh, yeah. You have to see it in 70 millimeter. In fact, James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy, working on Volume 2 right now, he posted on social media about how much he enjoyed seeing The Hateful Eight. And he got to see it a while ago, and he was just asked to kind of keep a lid on it. And now that some screenings have occurred and some people have seen it, he decided to go public with it. And I think he actually referred to it as his favorite movie of the year.
Ooh. But he hasn't seen Star Wars yet.
He has not seen Star Wars yet. Or maybe he has. Who knows? Who has seen Star Wars yet? Well, the cast has seen
Have they seen
Star
it?
Wars. They have. Harrison Ford has seen it. Carrie Fisher has seen it. And Carrie Fisher did just an amazing interview on, was it Good Morning America or the Today Show? I think it was Good Morning America, where Carrie, if you've ever seen Carrie Fisher give an interview or seen her appear in person, she's a little nuts, and you gotta love her for it. She doesn't hold back anything. She does not mince words. She says exactly what's on her mind.
She don't care.
She doesn't. No, she's like Honey Badger.
She don't give a shit.
Yeah. And it's amazing. It's phenomenal. Now, she liked the movie. She enjoyed it a lot. But there's this great interview that she did on Good Morning America that you have to search it, see it. It's amazing. But anyway, the majority of the cast, or at least the major characters, have seen it. John Boyega, Daisy Ridley, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, they've all seen it. Mark Hamill's seen it. He didn't see himself in the movie, but he did see it.
So, I'd be excited to see it. Part of me wanted to see it with the whole crowd for the first time, like a full theater.
Yes, and
Which
not
maybe they
just
did, I don't
some
know.
quiet little screening somewhere, or I'd like to see it at a world premiere where they're not going to tell anyone where the theater is.
It's going to be just like in a speakeasy. You have to know the password.
Walt sent me.
Yeah. Hail the mouse. Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
That's good. Yeah, so.
That's good. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good.
see?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. This is kind of fun. There's a website that launched over the weekend, and it launched on Walt Disney's birthday. Happy birthday, Walt. Belated.
Oh.
He's 114 years old, and he doesn't look a day over 112. But anyway, there is a site called DisneyPhotoArchives.com, and the site is called Photographs from the Walt Disney Archives. And for the first time ever, the Walt Disney Archives is selling select prints of classic historic photos from the archives online.
Wow.
And if you go
That's cool.
there, you can check out the images that they have. And for right now, they just seem to have a kind of a small sampling of photos available, but there's a lot of pictures of Walt at the studio, at Disneyland. There's also some really cool behind the scenes photos. There's like a picture of the musical artists in Fantasia against the silhouette against the screen in the background. There's a really cool color picture of the Nautilus from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but there's only a handful of photos that they have out there, maybe like a couple dozen that I'm looking at right now. And I'm going to assume that they're maybe going to just release these a little bit at a time. But if you want to own a piece of Disney history and a really nice photo print, starting at $59, you can get an 11 by 14 print, and it'll be on quality photo paper, or you can get a canvas print of it. If you want it framed, it'll cost you a little bit more. If you want it bigger than 11 by 14, that'll cost you even more on top of that. But I just think this is just a super cool way for Disney fans and Disney history enthusiasts to get a piece of some classic Disney photography.
Throw more money at Disney.
Throw more money at Disney. We are suckers, and they see us coming all the time.
They know.
They know. It's like, here, we'll sell this. Well, well, even talking about last week, when we mentioned that there were going to be Haunted Mansion Funko Pop characters. And at first they were only going to be available in the parks, and we hinted that we thought that maybe they were going to be available online. Well, yeah, they were available online a couple days ago and quickly sold out. And if you go on the Disney Store right now and search Haunted Mansion Funko Pop, you get 0 results.
There's no hide nor hair of those.
No. And those aren't limited editions, so those are going to be around for a while. So you'll eventually be able to get them. Just be patient.
And get them for a long time.
Or you can go on eBay and pay like $300 for them.
It's ridiculous what they're charging on eBay. I need to start doing that. I need to become what I hate.
That's right.
eBay.
And you can hate yourself.
Oh, I already do.
Self-loathing on eBay. It's a thing.
Yes. It's the best thing.
Yes.
I sell my body on eBay.
Why don't you sell your body on a Disney dating site instead?
Yeah, this is people must know I'm lonely because suddenly one day I woke up and I got Facebook messages and I got text messages asking if I heard about this site.
You need to go there.
Yeah, it's like, Anthony, you need to go. Mousemingle.com. It is a dating site for Disney fans.
Okay.
And it's such a weird thing to me. I have thought about this. I did think this would be a good idea. Because in a time where you have Farmers Only, you have J-Date, you have Black People Meet, Christian Mingle, you have all these like niche markets for dating. And Disney's a huge community full of weirdos who are lonely. And
Raise your hand.
I say that as one of them. Yeah, so this site's up and running. I kind of checked it out. I'm kind of going around. It seems to have a few growing pains. It's really slow moving right now, and if you go onto their Facebook, they apologize for it. And I don't. And my opinion is, they didn't expect this much of a response. It's been mentioned on the late night shows. Weekend Update, I believe, mentioned it on their show last Saturday.
Conan O'Brien.
It's been making the rounds. I mean, I haven't heard of any other dating site make the rounds like this one has. But maybe I just don't pay attention to those ones because I don't know.
Well, Ashley Madison did, but for an entirely different reason.
Yeah, well, the people who made Ashley Madison are responsible for Mouse Mingle. They're not.
Awkward.
For all you cheating Disney singles out there.
Mini Mingle, yes. Mini Madison, something like that. Okay.
There we go, Mini Madison. But yeah, so Mouse Mingle, and apparently it's an app as well.
Oh, it is? Okay, of course it is.
Yeah, that's what it's saying on here. When I heard about it, the first thing I did was check for it. No, it's not. It brings you to this thing called Find My Date. So, they're lying. This is...
Okay, someone was incorrect.
Yeah,
now I did notice that I did go on there just to see what the site looked like, and you can do searches on there, and you can see people's profile pics. You cannot access it unless you create an account, so you can actually see that there are, we assume, live human beings on there.
Oh, and once you have an account, if you want to message anybody, you have to pay, and it's like $13 a month.
Really? And is that for like unlimited messaging?
Yeah, this is for messaging, period. So, I guess put your email or something in your profile and skip over that. Sorry, I mean, don't do that. That's wrong, of course. Pay the money, folks.
Yeah. And,
or not. I don't
and
know.
if you'd like to meet a funny, charming, dashing Disney fan who travels a lot, he's still in Dallas.
I'm in Dallas right now.
How
Come
you
on.
doing?
Oh, I hear the door. There's a... Oh my god, they're all here. Hello. Oh, they're all knocking. Oh, it's housekeeping. I'm in my underwear. Shit. And that will do it for this edition of Inside the Mouse Castle. Don't forget to visit us at themousecastle.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/themousecastle, and on Twitter at InsideTheMC.
And of course, we are also available on Tumblr, Instagram, and Pinterest. And please subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. Coming up this week in the Mouse Castle Lounge, my guest will be Disney historian Jim Korkis. We're going to be talking about his two latest books. They are Secret Stories of Walt Disney World and The Vault of Walt, Volume 4. And oh, by the way, just to throw a plug out there, we were talking about the Annie Awards. If you catch the Mouse Castle Lounge right now, you can get my interview with producer Don Hahn, who is talking about, actually, there's a TV program that's going to be running on PBS SoCal on December 17th with Richard Sherman performing in studio with a few friends. But Don is producing that. But Don, related to the Annie Awards, was named a recipient this week of the June Foray Award, which is like a Lifetime Achievement Award for people in animation. And considering that Don produced The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast and a number of other animated films and has been a big supporter of Disney animation and Disney history, absolutely well-deserved. So congratulations, Don. Kind of a golf clap in the background, but that's good enough.
I'm clapping.
You are.
I'm the only one. I'm in a hotel room with thin walls. I can't just, cheer.
I know. And then, the housekeepers come by and knock on the door, and all those adoring fans.
God, they're the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, housekeeping, not the fans. Fans are great.
So, anyway, with that, we will catch you next time on Inside the Mouse Castle.
See ya.